Hello, are we on? Yes, I guess we're on. Hello, good morning, everybody.
Somebody's asking if we are still here. We are still here.
Uh, we figured it out. Thank you. Hi, Diana. Welcome in. Sorry we're late, guys. We were being ishy today. That means not on time for those who aren't understanding the ishy factor, the ish factor. May I get a card about will I meet a man soon? Well, we kind
I'm going to
of,
give a class on that. How women can meet men.
that would be very good.
I know what men want. So
Would you be interested in a class like that, Diana? Just saying. Just asking. Oh, she had a birthday recently.
Oh, she's worried. She's afraid she's going to run out of time.
Is that what you're feeling?
Oh,
No, for them, just say, just let her know that everything's fine. Thank you.
am I doing this?
Yes, you need to do that.
I'm in training.
Yes. Yes, July 31st, which is 4 days after my birthday. Just saying. So a fellow Leo, no time. She's at work.
So what do you want? What's my response here?
Just say, thank you. We figured it out. No help.
Was that Restream? Oh.
Yeah, that was Restream.
Oh.
And then hit this arrow down here. They're gone. They're bye now. X that out. Oh, wait. Never mind. It's fine not to, to exit out. Hello, Diana. Okay, so this is a little different than just cards. We don't read cards per se because it's all
Unless
about
we're desperate.
or we're called to do that. This is the Gabriel Project, and basically it's Archangel Gabriel and his collective that run the show. We're just human spoke people. I don't know. I wouldn't say palms. I didn't mean no time. No, I understand, Diane.
But we have questions.
Yes, we have questions in the morning, and this is how we start. Oh, and speaking of starting, I need need your Facebook. Last week we didn't get him on at all. He wasn't on his channel, so this week we are getting him on his channels, making sure it's up and running. It took us a half an hour to figure out how to get him on Facebook correctly. Anyway, okay, change. Okay, you are set.
Here's what I'm getting on Diana.
What you're getting?
Are you ready to meet a man? There's always that caveat that, and I say that not to make light of it. Sometimes I still contend that the most insignificant encounters I've had is when I was looking for them. I've had my socks knocked off more than once when I was just minding my own business. And I don't know what I did to generate that, but that means setting some intention. And the other thing would be, I'm philosophizing here, are you clear from what would be a last relationship? Because you don't want that energy overflowing into the new one. So I'm hearing, make sure your parameters are clear, which means be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
That's my sage wisdom of the moment.
And you just moved and you're still settling in. And, I keep telling you to focus more on yourself right now because you've come a long way, but you still have a lot of work to do. You need to turn up your...
I thought we had done that.
Sorry about that, guys. It just popped up all of a sudden. What do we... Arrow down that people again. Tell them to go away. Okay. Oh, sorry, I have the wrong captions on the bottom here. I didn't. Like I said, I was worried. I was working on getting us on this morning more than...
Diana was talking about Thomas. He passed 8 or 9 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was a
husband.
Oh, that's not something you get over in a heartbeat. I wouldn't think. So double whammy. They talk about you wait a year before you even try doing anything after losses like that. I just keep sending the yeah. You're not going to heal from that in a heartbeat.
33 years of marriage.
That's a long time, unless you are anxious to get out. You're celebrating. But 33 years of companionship, habits, knowing all of that, of course you feel empty and you're anxious to refill that. You want to reconnect and fill that
Could I borrow your? Yeah.
that void. I want to say, I totally understand. I went through something like that. It took me 2 years. I just sort of, here's what I would do. Here's how I dealt with the empty thing. You just stay busy. You go out, you stay in organizations, you stay in groups. You do not sit home at night and watch Hallmark Channel, none of that stuff. And I stayed in my house as little as possible. I came home to sleep, and otherwise I was out. Meetups, just meetups to go out. You don't know who you're going to run into. The meetups I encountered tended to be, there's a lot of social stuff in bars and sports bars, and you'll find some you're comfortable with, and you'll find some you are not. But a gal that I hung out, we were just sort of partners in crime, going to meetups just for something to do, and that's big distraction. And you're also learning every day. Every day a new thought will occur. Every day I've thought about how to look at something differently, and gradually that empty feeling gets filled up again, and you're back on the road. But I get it. It gets over for everybody at different times. Some people in a week, some people in 10 years, and some people never. So my theory on all of this is keep yourself busy, active, and engage with other people. Don't dwell on your emptiness. And I love that story about the lady with the plants. She was depressed, and she grew violets. And long story short, she started giving everybody in her church that had a birthday a violet, and that took her out of herself. And that's the big thing I've learned. You got to take yourself out of yourself, put energy into other people. Things go a lot smoother that way.
Did you ask our question for the day?
We did not. Do we have people that can actually hear it?
Yes. Lewis is in. George is in. A friend of George's is here as well. Diana is here. So we have a few people in.
Now that we're warmed up, our question of the day is, do you live in fear or do you live in faith? And the premise I'm working on all of that is, I was in a conversation this morning, and the point being that fear and faith can't live in the same vacuum or same canister. So you're either living in one or the other. I don't think you can. You wouldn't want to. I don't think you can't blend the two, because I think if you've switched to one, you've totally negated the other, and vice versa. So you got to know that everything's going to be okay. May not be what you expected, but you're going to be okay. And so if you can ponder that theme in your questions today, thoughts, feedback, whatever, let's go with that. Faith always bothered me as a kid, because in the religions I was exposed to, it was you have to believe. Well, are you believing in something somebody's telling you to believe, or are you believing in what feels right to you, kind of thing? Tracy, Faith. Oh, cool. Faith. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, gang. How are we doing? We're doing good. Lewis Black. Yep. We all had our issues. Well, I see Diana's talking about her. Well, that in itself, the fact that he was a drinker is something that you'd have to get over that too. That's a long road. I've been there on that one. So my heart goes out to you. Not that I'm the drinker, but I've been through. My mother was an alcoholic, and that's not a fun program.
Yes, she says hello. Just as you said, Mom. Well, I think she was when I saw the thing about drinker. Yeah.
You learn a lot if you engage in that situation.
Yeah.
Depending on how you want to look at it, you do grow.
Yes. And Lewis says, I live life faithfully forward, not bound by fear.
That's very freeing. I'm learning to do that. I'm way better at it than I used to be. Oh, we're all going to die.
And Diana, I understand that you feeling alone, but believe me, I'm going through that right now. So definitely understand, been dealing with that for, yeah, yesterday was my 32nd wedding anniversary. So anyway, not quite to the 33 that you made, but yeah.
Feel alone. Go out. Go out.
Yeah.
Not to the bars.
Right. Go to something that you feel passionate about. You were talking about what was it? Violets?
Yes.
Violets.
Violet plants.
Okay. And when he said violets, it felt like you, Diana, should go out to a some sort of like a nursery, a gardening nursery, not children's nursery. And hello, Lottie. Hello, Jeanette. Good afternoon, Jeanette from Ireland. Yes, we have somebody from Ireland on. And Lottie Vandalay.
Jeanette's been here before.
Yeah, Jeanette's been here. But I just want to let everybody know there's people from all over the world. Arkisha's in too. Hello again.
Arkisha.
So, Diane, I'm seeing you going out, whether it's in a craft store or something that you need to work with your hands and do things.
How about one of those? There's all kinds of pet centers that you can volunteer and just go work on, help with the animals, and you can go volunteer in thrift stores. There's a situation here I know of, the thrift store that supports an animal habitat thing, and you can, in this particular case, the person I'm talking about could go volunteer there, and she can't work with the animals because she'd bring them all home.
Yes.
So she's not allowed to work with the animals. She has to go to the store, the thrift store that supports animals. But heck, you can go down to a soup kitchen and you'll realize how much better your life is than you realize.
Yeah, but find something else to
dwell on.
Well, to focus on. And yes, I want you to focus on yourself and improving yourself and loving yourself, unconditional love. Once you can radiate that out to the world, then you're going to feel much better about it.
And then you're going to draw energy, and that's going to be compatible with you.
Yeah.
Because right now, the mess you're in, the energy you're going to draw is not going to be fun.
And you most likely will bring in someone in the same, on the same level as your husband.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And you get to relive that. You don't want
to relive that. Yeah. You're bitter. You've improved yourself. I know you're still working. So the more you work on yourself, the better you're going to bring in, the better, or
never give up.
Never give up. But more you're going to bring in or attract better people as long as you continue to improve.
That's why I said earlier, are you ready for a relationship? Because the energy you're dealing with now, like Julie's talking about, you're going to draw what's your vibe, what you're resonating,
right?
Kind of thing. Tracy from Missouri.
Hello, Tracy. We have two Tracys in. We have a Tracy Faith and a Tracy Hoyle
Who
Erickson.
do we want to work on next?
Well, George is my friend, and she said her friend Tracy would like a reading. Tracy Faith is her name. We don't have a picture of her.
Oh, okay.
But let me just put her name. Oops, sorry. This is yours, not mine.
My mouse.
Yes, and I'm just so happy we have him up and running today. So,
I'm part of the plan.
Yay!
Friend of George.
So George is a friend from high school, and Tracy is her friend that is in and wants a reading.
So Tracy wants the reading.
Yes, Tracy wants a reading.
Interesting. Tracy Faith. Is that her last name? Literally?
Is that your real last name, Tracy?
And are you living in faith or fear?
That's our question of the day.
I thought that was interesting.
Oh, Tracy Erickson, you're a friend of George, and you're from Missouri. Okay. So, wait a minute.
We're so confused.
Yeah. So is your name Tracy Hoyle Erickson or Tracy Faith?
I think she just put the Faith.
Faith, yes.
Tracy Hoyle Erickson. We're going to call you Tracy and be done.
So you're the same person as Tracy Faith, correct?
Tracy Erickson.
Okay. Is a Faith a middle name?
I think it is. So what's cooking in your world today?
Fear or faith? That's our question of the day. Are you
She
living in fear or faith? Sorry.
she has to be Faith with a name like that.
Yeah, I think that might be her middle name, but I hope it is. Or maybe George was answering two things. Tracy is her friend's name, and Faith is she lives in. Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
who are we dealing with? Yes, but living in
Yeah.
faith answers your question under Georgette.
that's what I figured. I got that
You got this figured
eventually.
out?
I got that figured out. It's like, oh, that took me a minute, but I got it figured out. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, George. I know you keep putting her Georgette, but I really knew her as George. And she used to do my hair. Would have been a lot better, but yeah.
So who are we dealing with here?
We are dealing with Tracy
Okay.
Hoyle Erickson from Missouri.
Is she looking for random advice or does she want a specific? I'm hearing saga. What's your saga? You got something that's messing with you? I want to. Oh, it's something you're hanging on to that you don't need to. You're dwelling. I'm hearing home personal issue, and I'm hearing it'd be better to let it go.
She says random.
Yeah, I saw the random. So you have random sagas. oh, oh, you're a multitasker.
Don't mind us. We like to get a little silly around here. So.
Multitasking all your sagas. Is that a title for a book?
Oh, that might be something she needs to write.
Oh, I was right. How did I know that?
What?
She said, yes, I am. Sagas.
Oh.
Well, you get here. It's funny. The first thing I got was it's how interesting you get to choose your saga of the day. You have one for each day of the week.
Oh my.
You're a busy lady.
I was going to say, do you have 7 kids? Sorry. Or
Yeah,
6 kids and a husband.
saga. Okay.
Just, yeah. Just what?
I was right again.
Which one?
On Tracy. The saga for the day. Saga of the day. What they're showing me is you take a little jar. You know those jars that you put numbers in and you draw a number for the day? You can number your sagas and just I'm going to dwell on this one today. I'm being facetious, of course, but you're too self-consumed. You're so busy with the sagas, you don't have time for yourself and expansion and looking ahead and being happy and joyful. You're putting too much energy in other people's lives, is my sense.
That's their paths.
Yeah, not your monkey, not your circus, and you can't fix them. I've tried. I gave that up. I've met people who have tried too. We have a little group of people who have tried to fix other people. It just doesn't work. All you can do is be a model, and you go on about your way, and way less stressful.
And as you have more unconditional love for yourself, that is going to radiate out, but it is also going to uplift those around you. I know that because I've been working on that for a year now. So I understand that. But I am also told to tell you that give grace, but not at the expense of your sanity.
Ooh, I like that.
And that was from Kina, our friend Kina, who is Angie's sister. And yes, she's a very wise person.
Love yourself not to the expense of your own sanity.
Give grace, not at the expense of your own sanity. In other words, help and
Yeah,
grace
it
to
goes
other
back
people.
to this. I use this analogy a lot. If you're at a football game, not that you have to love football, you got 2 choices. You can sit in the stands and watch the game being played, or you can run down on the field and get in the fray. I'm not the fray person. I prefer to stand up in the stands and watch the game and watch everybody else be idiots and crash into each other and run and tackle and do nutty things. And I use that as an analogy, not to belittle the sport. So I would suggest you sit on the 50-yard line and read a book. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
This is weird. Something just popped up in here, and I have no idea why.
Okay. You get to pick the next one.
All of my chats are gone. Whew, they're back. I hope. This is very.
That
Look,
sound of relief.
look. No, I don't have a chat. I have this
Oh my God!
random thing that
we're depending
popped up.
on me.
Yes, we're depending on you
We're
now.
in trouble. I feel. Oh, George, did we get Diana? We worked on Diana Lewis Black. Did we work on him?
Everybody's in list. It's okay. The list is still here.
Oh, okay.
The chat is not.
Okay.
No, the chat is not, but the list is here.
Then I'm back.
I don't know what happened with the chat. I have no clue, but something random from Chase or something came in. And I'm trying to find an X to get out of it, but it's not. Weird. It's very strange. I've never seen this before. Okay.
Give us another one. Who's our next caller?
Whoa. No, people. Now it's telling me I have to log into my chat. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. This is going to be fun. I guess I need to log back into my Restream chat. But, okay. So, Tracy, did we help you out?
She said something made sense, and that's when I figured out she got it.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Pam. Frank. Okay. Okay, makes sense. It's the second one from the.
Yes.
There it is. Okay. So I'm having to look on his, so I can't add anybody else to the chat at this moment. So I think it is time for a little break. And yes, I have everybody on the list, but this is a little different. We don't just read cards and all. We kind of go with the flow, hear who comes in, who's answering our question, whether fear or faith. George has answered that, so she's going to be next.
We're going for the aha moments.
Lewis has answered it too, and he'll be after George. So just while I take this little break and try to correct the problem, please.
We'll be right back after these words.
Please chat away with us because we'll
talk amongst yourselves.
Well, and let us know if you have any questions or want to talk and what your questions are. Okay, oops, something came up in the chat. I know.
Did you get it?
I don't know. It says it wants me to get it. Anyway, let me go to a commercial right now while I fix this problem.
Better recompose herself.
Yes, that too. And happy birthday to all of those who had a birthday. Yes, we're in Leo season, so happy birthday all Leos and the Virgos that are coming up. Here we go.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Okay, that was very strange. But I do want to remind everybody that Don, Susan, and I will be at Missy's Mysteries in Scottsdale. That will be the northwest corner of Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. We'd love to see you guys all there. We're going to be there from 11 to 5 doing readings. And here's the commercial for that. Okay. Okay. So I'm blind on my chat. I do have, yeah, if you can put it this way a little bit more, as much as you can, so I can read it. Okay. We've got a few people. I have everybody on the list. So the list I've got, I just cannot add to it, but we will work from there. Okay. So let me go back into it. Okay. So next person is George.
So George has a friend.
Oh, don't worry about George. Just let's whatever. How you feeling today, George? You already said you live in faith. So, and you were the one who gave us ego means edging God out.
Yeah.
So we love that one. Thank you for that. So your faith is strong, and you're helping Tracy out too, right? And Tracy is also living in faith. She said, but she's got a lot going on. So. But you've got to do for yourself, Tracy, not for others. So what do you got for George?
I'm sorry, I was following you. George has a question. We're just generally tuning in.
Generally tuning in. And she's living in faith.
This is female.
Yes, George is a female.
Oh, you said
Georgette.
Georgette. Okay, I was going male.
Georgette McClymans.
Okay, different energy. I'm getting confusion. And what they're showing me is a tennis match. Huh. They're showing me a tennis court with you being the only player on the court. You've got a racket, and the ball's on this side. You hit it, and you're trying to run to the other side and hit. Oh, you're not.
Miss it.
You're not playing fair. It's sort of like playing checkers with yourself. You know how you get up on the other side of the table and you don't like the move, so you move the figures around, then you back to the other side so that side can win and come to this side. But let me make sense of this. It's coming in faster than I can deal with. The problem is it's an impossibility for you to be playing the game that you're trying to play, is what they're telling me. You're trying to cover too much ground too fast. So if you're playing a game, let's put the pieces together here, you can't possibly get from one side of the court to the other in time to catch the ball. So they're saying slow down and reanalyze your steps. So in other words, I think you're too far-sighted. There's a goal in mind that you have that you're trying to get from here to there without the interaction in the middle. And they're saying baby steps and being gentle on yourself. You're expecting too much too fast. That's what I think feels right. So you're thinking you can run to the other side of the court and get that ball and be the winner, and you're just going to keep tripping and stumbling, and you're going to beat yourself up every time you don't meet your expectation. So they're saying let the course play out for you. Oh, of course, the other thing is the enjoyment is in the journey, not the completion of the anticipated task or end game. And that's been a hard one for me to deal with. Anticipated task or end game. And that's been a hard one for me.
Got it.
There's no goal line. And so you're missing. It's like you're working so hard as a parent to bring home income and supply a life for the kids that you miss out on the kids growing up kind of thing. If that makes sense. I don't know if that's what they're giving me as an analogy.
Okay, you need to go back to the top of your thing so we can see what's going on.
And I think we're good to go there unless you've got a specific question relative to all that. But you're trying to play a game you can't win. Especially if you're trying to be, you might win better at checkers than you would playing tennis.
Something about football sidelines.
For who?
Georgette. Right there. Yeah.
Spot on football sidelines, correct.
She said for Tracy, spot on football sidelines, correct. Thank you.
Yeah, but George is she's got herself on the court. She's trying to hit a home run and she doesn't have a ball.
Ooh.
You need all the pieces of the game. You're kudos to you because you're putting a lot of effort in this, but I think you're putting more effort in than you need to, especially in the wrong place. They're saying correct your vision, analyze what you're really trying to accomplish, and take baby steps. And I think they're done. Unless she has a question on that one.
No. Any other questions? George or Tracy? Hi, Vincent. Donna, we've got your information, and her Myrtle. What name do you see on that?
HERRM Hermite. It's 2 R's.
Applied Mathematics PhD program, and I am considering
transferring to an engineering program. What can you tell me about this choice?
Okay, hold on a second. Let's go back. Luz is next, but we're just checking on who's here, and also want to let you know that we do see you all. Okay, so I went to do. Oh, George says, "Good job maintaining a lot of catching up." Son moved home, Navy. Son living home. Son living next door. Daughter's man wants to move next door.
Sounds like a soap opera to me. I think you better move. Give them the house.
Move in a smaller place.
You'll be a lot more sane.
Sorry, George. Just laughing about that, but no.
Holy smokes. That or you're going to start drinking.
No. Oh, she's too smart for that. Anyway.
Elizabeth,
That's the
we're working on the engineer here.
Okay, well, she came in later. No.
Okay.
We're working on Lewis Black. Any specific question you have, Lewis? We know you are working in faith. So I did see that earlier.
Where did he go?
I've got him up right here.
Oh.
I still have a little bit going.
Lewis. What I'm hearing for you, Lewis, is don't worry. So what's that angst you got in the background?
Touchdown. It's working now.
Oh, I thought you were applauding my philosophical advice.
I had the chat is back, everybody.
Okay.
I am so excited.
So Julie is happy again.
Oh, I'm always happy. I've said that too. Time to move out. That was so funny. Okay, that's what George says. Good morning, Don. Thank you, Don, for coming in. It's always great to see you.
Lewis, yeah, you're secretly consumed about something, and they're saying let it go. I don't have specific.
And the words I got were they're not worth it.
Oh.
And I kind of know what some of it's going on. Not all of it, of course. But I want to pull this one up because I like that one. And not bound by fear.
Yeah. Remember, faith and fear can't live in the same box, not room.
Love and faith can, but not fear. Okay, I'm trying to get everybody on the list. Now that I have a list back, well, I had the list, but
You're
now
so
I have a chat. Yes, I am. Hey, when things work out, just like getting you on, and Don, today we were very ishy. So you know. I will admit that today we were ishy. Not squishy, just ishy. Sorry. No question really says
Are we done with Lewis? Does that work for you? Are we good there?
And I've got everybody on the list. Okay, and George. Okay. Any questions? Thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
Have a good day.
Okay,
Bless
Jeanette. Jeanette Cormley. What was your What was your question? What did you need, Jeanette, today?
She's our little Irish girl, right?
Irish. Yes, very Irish.
Irish.
Oh, we have somebody from New Zealand, Elizabeth Jane Takau. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that well, right, but you're from New Zealand. Thank
Jeanette
you
looks
for coming
like
in.
she's looking for something in general. I see you. She's feeling lonely today. She's looking for something to hug. Do you have a little dog? Jeanette, I see you hugging a little dog.
What's coming towards me next week is her question. But he's asking if you have a small
I just
dog,
see her
Jeanette.
hugging a dog. Like she's looking for something to hang on to. She has a job. What?
Don says it happens to all of us from time to time. As you know, I'm the king of ish. Yes,
Oh.
You definitely are the king of ish.
Our ish morning.
No, but my daughter has a dog.
So Jeanette's looking for a job next week or something?
No. She said, "What is coming toward me next week? What does she have to look
see an
forward to next
umbrella.
week?"
Literally an umbrella.
She is in Ireland.
I know. So was that psychic or was that?
I don't know. I don't know if Gabriel's just playing around or the spirit is or something is like, duh.
Rain and cloudy skies.
Oh, you usually look up after the wee dog. Okay. And she's laughing at the.
Well, the umbrella thing.
Yes.
Because now they're giving me the other half of it.
Okay.
Smile even though there are cloudy skies.
Okay.
And I think you do that. I see a smile on your face even though you're holding the umbrella. Unless it's just a way of life over there. And I like your energy. We
need a roof over this country. Hey, if you could have a kind of a boomerang roof that can
launch some over here.
Launch everything towards us, we'd take it.
Send us a pipeline.
Okay. Oop.
I don't know if that took care of Jeanette or him, but they're saying maintain your the way you are today and the energy I'm feeling and the sense that I get about you is a good way to be all the time. I think it's a good day, and they're applauding you. You're being complimented. Actually, keep doing what you're doing. I enjoy seeing you pop up here because when I see your name, I feel a lot of good energy about that.
Yes. Well, I understand that that's why Ireland is green because you have so much rain, and I know you're grateful for it in its way. But and I was just talking to my granddaughter this morning on the way to school, and she said she really loves rain. And I was thinking of Seattle by us.
That's where I go. Yeah, Seattle.
But I'm thinking maybe Ireland will be better for her.
I have this longing to go to Ireland. I don't know why I have this longing. I don't know what it is.
Have you been there yet?
I was in England as close as I got years and years ago, but I've always had this draw to want to go to Ireland.
I'm feeling good today, and it's raining. We call it lashing down here. Oh, instead of raining, it's lashing. I can understand that word. It's probably very cold and wet. And yeah.
When it does rain here, we get it all at once, and you got to lash everything down.
Yeah. Make sure everything's in the house.
Yeah.
And,
Park it.
Yeah, it's fun.
The animals.
Yeah. But we love it. But yeah, that's what my granddaughter was saying, that she loves the rain, and she lives further out on the outskirts, sort of like you do, and we live in Mesa, so we don't get as much rain because it doesn't come in.
Doesn't blow through.
Yeah, doesn't blow through. Ireland's so different, but the beauty is unreal. I want to go only because I'm drawn to it for my history and family and everything.
Cool.
Yeah, very Irish. I love Ireland. Haven't been there yet, but maybe someday soon.
So, hope we took care of you.
Yeah.
And we always enjoy seeing you. Thanks for dropping in.
And did we get the answer from you that you are in faith or fear? Hopefully it's faith.
I think
and
it's
now
faith.
And now it's got to be faith because we told you, all those good things. I want to remind everybody to to go on all of Scott's channels and like, subscribe, follow, whatever you need to do, and come to mine as well. We appreciate it. Oh, I need to pull up a QR code. And I realized I haven't been doing this for the shows because we've been so busy. But this is this is Scott's code to QR code for his website that he has. And he's going to get more involved in that website with a little help. And so if you have any questions or anything, see him there. And this is the other one for him. And this is his book. It is available on Amazon. And for those in the Phoenix area who come to Monday night classes, he might have some books that he brings that you could buy there. So I'd love to see you there. Okay. So I don't have all of your QR codes for your YouTubes and all that yet. I'm still working on that with now that you're on Instagram this morning and it's working well. Okay, let's see. So I think I have to get rid of this QR code before I can pop up the next person. And where are we? Our next person is Arkisha.
Hello, Arkisha. Arkisha McGrew.
Did you answer the question, Arkisha?
Living in faith or fear?
I've got you, Nessa.
In other words, do you wring your hands a lot?
Oh, Liz Blankenship. She lives off of McKellips Road.
I saw her, yeah.
Yeah.
Has Arkisha popped back in here yet?
I drive by McKellips Road all the time, every day, feels like. Arkisha, if you're not here, we're going to keep going. We'll give you a couple minutes. Anybody else? Onasia's in. Oh, Linder Toy. Nah, we don't accept people like you in here. This is Love and Light, not, oh my goodness, did it do it again? It doesn't want me to get rid of these people.
A Linder Toy thing. Is that a good thing?
That is not a good thing. That is a very bad person. She is a very scammer is one of the things we say. And there's other words, but I don't say them because we get more people.
Uninvited.
Not a guest.
Have you seen her on other evenings?
Sometimes they're robots and they come in.
Oh. So we're still down on the Nessers.
Well, at least she gave me time for Arkisha to come in, and Arkisha did not. So we're going to move on. The next one we've got is Amaris Cunningham. May I have a message about how to move forward from spirit? Okay, how can
Move forward.
Amaris Cunningham
Well,
move forward?
First thing I'm hearing is focus. The second thing is you got to decide what you want to move away from, what's working and what's not working in your life. I think I'm getting the sense that there's intersections you aren't clear on. It's like I'm hearing the word indecision. You don't really know what you want. And I don't mean that as scolding. We're all guilty of walking around in a fog, not sure what we want to do next. And here's what I'm going next. I'm being told that you're very good at feeling your way through things, but you're not focused on it. As in, and the reference I use for this a lot, if you walk into a Walmart or a Target or a post office or, some other institution or restaurant, whatever you want to call it, there's a different energy and the way those feel. Even a hardware store, you can throw that in the mix. You walk into each of those establishments, there's a different feel just when you walk through the door. I'm using that as a point of reference to tune you into how you feel in places where you are or are not. And the point is, if you're doing something out of forcing it because you think you should, it's not a good deal to do. So what you want to do is put your options in front of you. How do I feel about this one? How do I feel about that one? Because I think that is your strong suit. They're encouraging me to emphasize that you're not using your best tool. I think you're using your head, trying to think your way through something. And if you would just feel your way through it, put a blindfold on one day and just walk around, see what happens.
If you could.
Yeah, if you could.
I'm hearing you got to believe in you. And when he was talking about feel your way through, you're clairsentient and you're not using it. I did get warmth in my solar plexus. And what basically that tells me is that you have strength in your intuition. That's your solar plexus. That is your yellow chakra. It is called the third chakra. So if you're not understanding what I'm talking about, the third chakra, let me know. But this is what I'm getting. And what that is telling me with this warmth is that there's a lot of strength, and you could be on the verge of igniting your your personal sun in your solar plex, and you're not sure what that feeling means. Definitely Google it, but basically what it means is you're going to be having more healing abilities once you learn how to utilize that. Um, it's very warm, very nurturing feeling. So use your intuition. You've got to strengthen that. I know it's strong, but you're not utilizing your abilities as much as you should. Like,
Don't have a direction. You're just going to end up around in circles.
yeah, and it's getting a little confusion in my solar plexus too, even though the warmth is still there. Okay, so focus on loving yourself, and I'm talking unconditional love. Okay, um, so what I'm saying, first moving forward, is to look up solar personal sun in your solar plexus. It's just a direction. If it resonates with you, look it up. If heart chakra resonates with you, look that up. What I'm saying is use the cleansing and activating um, affirmations to help you find the direction, help you believe in yourself more, help you love yourself more. The next thing, what was the other thing that since you don't have a direction? Oh, the other one is the clairsentient. So you've got three things: your solar plexus and the personal sun, um, heart chakra, and clairsentient. That means feeling. Okay, because those are, as he said, feeling is your strong part. You're an empath, and you can look up empath too. Okay, makes you feel a lot of things, and you need protection from some of that stuff that's coming in. And I think that's why you don't know which direction, because you've got all these different feelings, energies coming in from all different directions.
Of course, there's the thing about forwards. Are we talking about job or increasing her sensitivity? It just depends what forwards mean. That's a
Yeah.
broad area.
What does forward mean to you? Are you talking about life, spirituality? But from what I'm seeing is you need to work on your spirituality first so that you'll know which direction and believe in yourself more. That's what I'm getting. And he said you feel. Feeling is your strong
Yeah,
suit.
that's her radar.
So you definitely
But
need to work
nobody
on
ever encouraged. Oh, I think nobody ever encouraged you to use that. If you pay attention to people when they talk, it's interesting. I've heard people describe a situation. I feel like this isn't going to work, or I hear what you're saying. I see what you mean. You know, all those.
Yeah.
When people use those words, they're telling you how they communicate the most.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I picked this up with my employee the other day, and we're just doing what we do in the plumbing world. But he used the word "I feel," which tells me that he's got this bad feeling about a situation or a good feeling about a situation. So watch the words you use, and that tells you maybe which way to tune in the channel better. Vincent is worried about missing his turn. I don't know who Vincent
You
is.
haven't missed your turn, so if you left and came back, you haven't missed your turn.
We still love you.
Yes, we do. We still love you. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we've got 2 more before you, Vincent.
It's bad for next time.
Are we gonna?
This isn't going to work.
No, it's not gonna work. But today we'll make it work. One way or another, we'll make it work. We need some background
Yes.
music or something right there. So coming out of here is not going to help. I'm just saying. Okay. Or she could put something in between.
We'll do
Maybe she
something
can.
to absorb the sound.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
I'll carpet the wall.
Oh. Okay. So let me get back to this. This is very strange. Now I added to my list, but the list isn't expanding. Okay. Yeah, I do have Vincent on my list. Okay. Why can't I see
Vincent, what's
Okay.
your question?
Oh, no. We're at
Oh, you're not
Elizabeth
Vincent?
now. Not yet. I was just trying to find him, but
Hold
I did
that
find him.
thought.
He's. Ooh. Okay, we just finished with Emrys. Arkisha's not here. So this is the one you want to go to earlier anyway. And Elizabeth, you're next, and then Vincent, you're after her. Okay. This is I'm applied mathematics PhD program and am considering to transferring to an engineer program. What can you tell me about this choice?
My first thought is what we were talking about with the other gal. How do you feel about it? You have some questions, or you wouldn't be coming to us.
Right.
It's
What you're hesitating for a reason.
and applied. You're feeling a red flag. I don't think you're seeing something. You're feeling uneasy about something, and something has turned your thinking as in about this choice. Here's my real feeling about it. It's a horizontal move. I don't think you're going ahead or backwards either way.
But when it comes to PhD program that you're already in and you're established in that program, moving, even if it's linear move, you're kind of stepping back. You're putting yourself behind where you are in the applied mathematics PhD program.
Here's another place I'm going to go, though. You don't know what you like until you know what you don't like. So if there's something you don't like about applied mathematics, and that's not my area, so something's telling you this, it's not satiating you somehow. So you're looking at engineering as well. Maybe this is a better deal. And this is a weird analogy, but it's like going out on a date. You know, 2 people you're dating or you're involved with, and well, this isn't working the way I want it to, so I'm going to go look over here. And I don't mean that to make light, but it's there's something you haven't identified what you're uncomfortable with in the mathematics. So I think you're just sort of staggering around, bumping into a wall. But in terms of the engineering program, which one? What I'm getting is I think you're better suited for the mathematics in terms of a functional mental process.
Ooh, I like that.
Engineers are one. I saw a sign on a refrigerator one time when I was in a house, and the woman had put it up there, and she said, "Engineers are only slightly more difficult to connect with than the dead." And
Ooh.
and she was referencing the mental state of an engineer. They're wherever they are, they're not down at a level where others can connect with them. They got to talk to other engineers, so they're all in the same group. So you have to decide whether you have a mathematic brain or whether you have an engineer brain.
Okay, famous mathematicians.
Einstein, was he a mathematician? He was a scientist.
But he's known for his math too,
Yeah.
isn't he?
All of that.
And a famous engineer.
I don't know one.
I was thinking I was
Oh,
thinking
Werner
there was,
von Braun was he? They were the scientists, two rocket guys.
okay. I mean, to me, mathematicians, um, applied mathematics can work in so many different fields. Engineer, you're kind of, you have to pick the field. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's more narrow minded, as you were
I hadn't
saying,
thought about that. Yeah,
than applied mathematics. Because um, I had a professor that became a professor of psychology. He ended up working for NATO and helping pilots after they completed sorties. And to me, that was fascinating because it's not a clinical thing, it's a totally different realm. And
hmm.
so, what I'm saying is, I didn't think that was possible when you became a psychiatrist or a psychologist, whichever you chose. Um, but when it comes to applied mathematics, you have so many things you can do. I knew a friend of mine's daughter was mathematics. She ended up working for an oil refinery because the mathematics is what they needed. They
Um,
didn't need another engineer. They needed somebody to do wonders with numbers and figure things out. I'm just saying, I think it's a broader, you have more options there than with engineer.
I'm playing with the two reference his personality.
Okay.
I don't think you got an engineer. I think you'd be better off in the math crowd than you would be the engineer crowd. Just purely a feeling.
Well, hang out with them, stick in the math program for a little bit, and hang out with some of those engineers. And
Good. You know,
I have a feeling you're going to, okay, I think I'm
back to the
mathematician.
math.
Yeah, they're a little bit more, yeah. Anyway, because I know of a couple of engineers, and one of them is very much in their head instead of seeing what's going on around them. So that's what I did. Maybe
Hope
the
we
question,
helped.
what, okay, do you have any messages on how to gain clarity on the decision? Well, one of the things
Take a quarter,
I
heads or tails.
I do use these, and this is a pendulum, and this is Christ, um, and it said definitely no to the engineer. So, I mean, that's what I use to get yes or no answers or a direction, some sort. So you have to, I, okay. What he was talking about earlier is I see, I feel, I hear. What resonates with you? Which one of those resonates with you? Feel, see, hear, know, any of those?
You know what I just heard?
What?
They said the engineer thing is a long shot.
Oh, okay.
And I don't use the word long shot. Not my word.
Okay. So what we're saying is spirit is saying it's a long shot.
Your choice.
Your choice. Your free will, but they're basically referring, they're not saying it directly, but they're referring that you've got it in the mathematics.
I think you're way more in tune with the math. And I see you being a lot happier there than you are in the engineering side. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Have any message on how to gain clarity? What I said is go spend time
Yeah.
in that realm with
your
those professors.
Dip your toe in the pond.
Yeah. Don't change directly, just hang out with some of those people and see how you feel, or whatever's going to resonate with you best. Do you like the crowd in the mathematics better? Do they understand you better? I mean, there's so many things you can do. What's going to really work with you and your being better? And maybe you feel like you are an engineer and not a mathematician. But to me, you've got so many more things you could do as a mathematician than a specific engineer that you have to narrow it down. It's almost like a
just
doctor.
feels better to me about you and math.
Yeah.
But we've got to convey that to you so you can figure that out for yourself.
And
it's just,
he's getting the information from the Archangel Gabriel's collective, and they're saying that it's a long shot for the engineer.
just throwing that out.
Okay, hopefully that helps you.
And maybe it'll give you, what we've said, they might give you an air of caution that you hadn't figured out before. Look a little deeper, look a little harder, like Julie was saying. Check the environment rather than making a rash move.
Yeah, because I think you're going to put yourself a little further back than you
I'm
are already.
hearing engineering is a very narrow. You were talking about that, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very narrow groove.
Yeah.
That you put yourself in.
It's almost like a doctor. You have to get your specific. You can get a degree as an engineer, but what kind?
Gotcha. Yeah.
You have to be specific. So, okay. All right. Let's see if we've got any more. Okay. Thanks. It's a horizontal move, but the trajectory could be different. Yes, the trajectory will be different, but but we don't want you crashing and burning like he was saying. And no, PU, you didn't miss yours. You're coming up shortly, but not right away. Okay, so hopefully that helps you because we are rooting for you. But I don't know why. Maybe it's just I prefer math because I tell my granddaughter who hates math, it's like math is in everything. You can't get away from math at all. Yeah. Like engineering is narrow, math is everywhere. Okay.
Do I want 5 cookies or 4 cookies?
Or 4 and all these crumbs. Yeah. Well, these crumbs look more than 1 cookie. So, your choice. Okay. And this is Elizabeth, and she's from New Zealand. Would love a message.
New Zealand, NZL. Would love a message, please.
Are you a Kiwi? That's what they, anyway.
So why are they showing me? Well, that's not
She's asking. Here.
I see you looking through some blinds. I saw the picture. I'm assuming this is a husband on the picture with you, at least a significant other. But I see you peering through horizontal window blinds like you're peeking out. They're saying you are afraid to see yourself. You're afraid to recognize your greatness, and you tend to bask in the light of others rather than claiming your own place. That's pretty up there. This guy in your life, if I'm seeing the picture correctly, he's really behind you. I would give him a big hug. Feels like he's all in for you in support. But you don't support yourself. I think you tend to feed off the validation of others, and you got to give yourself that own validation.
I'm making a big move from Australia back to New Zealand because my husband passed away in November.
Is he the one in the picture?
He's the one in the picture.
His energy is still all over her. Yeah, it's a good thing. No. In November, back to New Zealand. Well, that would explain you're still grieving, you're still locked up, you're still missing, you're still processing, what do I want to say? You're recovering. So that would explain the vision through the blinds. You're not ready to, what would I say, throw yourself out in the light again? November, that hasn't been that long.
No, it hasn't.
What would I tell her? What would be the most inspiring thing we could give you? They are saying, be patient with the process. You're in the middle of it. and your grieving has, you think you're over it, but you're not. And there's much to put in place and restructure. They say you're doing well and you're on solid ground and you've got your uh, tasks at hand. I don't get you as flighty at all. I mean, you're not buzzing around going, what do I? You're not bumping into walls. You have a plan and you're doing it. And they're saying continue with the project. And once you get settled, they said your vision is going to be more clear. So I don't know when you're going to land in Australia, but no, my heart goes out to you. That's a lot to go through. Okay, so that is husband in the picture. Well, he hasn't left you yet. He's still around. So in a quiet moment, play with this because it can be very endearing. Unless it's already happening. It may be already happening, but just get quiet. You can talk to him, but make a little picture. Go to your third eye, to your imagination center. Make a little room, put him in there, and you can talk to him. He's anxious to connect, is my sense. And you might even want to get a glass of wine. I don't know. I've seen a glass of wine.
We had a plan together to move back to New Zealand, so I'm honoring our plans. Good. And he's with you on that. Like Scott says, he's still there with you. And I am feeling pain in my heart on the right side for you, so I understand.
The grieving stuff is big, 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 big.
And everybody does it in their own way. So if somebody says, "Oh, you should be over by now," yeah, maybe you, but thank you. I don't drink, but we'll try the room.
The room thing works really nicely. It's very easy to do. You'll be surprised at what you can get, and you'll know when to do it. He may be buzzing around. If you're thinking about him, go to the room.
Yeah. And make sure you his favorite foods, different things like that. It'll bring him into just what you guys did together. Things.
I get the sense he died unexpectedly. Something like, what the heck? Which is always a shock.
Yeah.
If you know it's coming, it's one thing. If it's
and a lot of people, and you were talking about fear and faith, so definitely go with the faith, especially right now. But some people say that it's easier if you know they're going to pass, and then others say passing suddenly. He did die unexpectedly. Okay.
He did die unexpectedly.
Yeah. And then those who die unexpectedly, I mean, my mom gave me 1 week notice that she was going to pass. And it was on my birthday in 2015 that she told me that. She didn't come out and say it. We had our own way of speaking, but basically she said she was going to be passing soon. So, yeah, so that doesn't always happen. It was a shock when it happened, but within a half hour, I had to stop grieving for the moment and get back to work. I was working at that time and they wanted to send me home. No, you're not sending me home. I got to work. so, so I definitely understand that a little bit. But when I thought about her before and everything, it made it so much easier. So definitely when you're thinking about him, think about all the good times and the little messages you guys, or what are they, side jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Inside jokes
inside jokes
and stuff like that he had. I wasn't home when he died. He died with our 10-year-old daughter there. Oh, and she's going through so much too, isn't she? Wow, I just felt a lot of heaviness there. Ishika, I do have you on. You're just going to have to hold on. I've got 8 people ahead of you. Okay.
So anyway, Peace and love to you.
Yes.
He's still buzzing around you. His arms are. He didn't plan on this, at least not consciously, and he's helping you more than you realize. Those little side thoughts that you're getting, or if you feel like you don't know what to do, he's there. I think you guys are a pretty good team. That's what makes it rough.
Oh, yeah. He was a funny man. And for some reason, comedy came up for me as far as, yeah, inside jokes and stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot of, uh, and keep reminding her of the good things too.
Oh. Right. He's trying to write. Do you do any journaling or anything like that? In addition to the room thing, just in a quiet moment, just start writing. And sometimes people do it with a non-dominant hand, but I think somehow you guys had some sort of writing connection, or I think you would be able just start writing down thoughts in a quiet moment. That just came through, so play with that.
Hold on a minute, I do journaling. Ah, very good.
Okay, well, he's going to write to you if you let him. This is another one of those deals.
Yeah, I got him. Goodbye. Okay, so Elizabeth, thank you for coming in. We do appreciate you and letting us read for you. And we're here with you if you need someone just to talk to. You can contact us, our contact information. It doesn't have to be a reading if you just have a quick question and what am I going through? But if you do need a private reading, we're definitely available for those as well. So good luck to you. And we're here every Friday. So come see us. Thanks.
Unless we aren't. Computers.
Even an ish or not an ish, we'll be here.
We're here for part of the day anyway.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here. Vincent. Read Vincent. Okay.
Desperate man.
Ooh.
Considering desperate measures.
Are you here, Vincent? Yes. Ooh, that was quick.
It was.
Good job. And Vincent, do you have a specific question? And does what? Okay, I guess desperate.
Desperate man considering desperate measures is what I heard.
Yeah, he agrees.
Well, first of all, don't do anything crazy, because whatever situation you're in is going to be a learning situation. If you look at it that way, you've got to change your perspective of it. It's not as bad as you think it is. However, the desperation is from desperation. It's self-induced. Here's what I'm getting at. I'm not scolding you. You sort of got yourself into this, and you're looking for a, like, what the hell way out. They're saying take 2 steps backwards and really look at what the situation is. Here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to go into this thing with your guns blazing, either real or philosophical. They're saying take a step back, keep your mouth shut, and go with the flow, because any push that you give into the situation is just going to multiply, and that's going to push back at you. It's like one guy throws a punch, the other guy throws a punch back. I'll give you an example. This story's coming to mind. I was with a date one time in college at a party, and the party was really loud, and it was in a building near a park. We went over to the park just to take a break, and I was approached by 2 guys. I say we, and she weighed all of 100 pounds, and both of them combined were bigger than the 2 of us. Long story short, rather than confronting them and challenging them, what I did was invite them to the party. I said, hey, come on in, have a beer. That's really the vein I took. Because if I had stood there and told them, gotten mouthy with them or whatever, who knows what would have taken place. So what I'm getting at is go with the flow. And how would you say that? Is that I confounded them. When I started taking that approach, they looked at each other like, what the hell? And I happily walked away and didn't get myself robbed or whatever else. Okay, more peace speaker than a lawyer, and then you got the right tactic. Uh,
Fight for freedom and stand for love, according to Archangel Michael. Just saying.
fight for freedom, stand for love. Yeah. So,
So
but
no fear, put love and faith, like we asked earlier.
they're saying lick your wounds afterwards, but do the best you can to get out with the minimal loss, whatever the situation is. But don't go in fighting, trying to make something right. Sometimes if somebody steps on your toe, it's better to say, "Oh, excuse me," rather than saying, "You stepped on my toe."
Yeah.
It diffuses things immensely, especially in traffic accidents. I've had that experience too.
And you need to work on your unconditional love for yourself first.
Oh, he did get himself into it. Well, good. First of all, admit that and understand that, and you go, and you're going to learn from this.
Yeah.
In theory, you won't do it again. It's like the guy that dates the same, he marries 3 times with the same personality, and the fourth time he figures out, oh, wait, you're just like the other 3. I'm not going to do this again.
Can you guys hear us all right? Didn't even ask that. This is strange.
We didn't plug our microphone in.
Oh, yeah. But nobody's complaining yet.
No,
And I have.
we were so consumed with, good. Stay tuned for more. Actually, tell us how that goes after you figure out what the deal is. Oh, they can hear us fine.
Well, I changed.
On the days when we
anyway.
try to make it better to hear, you can't. And on the days we ignore it, they can hear us.
Very strange. Well, yes, I know you're not into it all, but Mercury retrograde. There's 7 planets in retrograde. There's a whole lot of energy out there. Solar flares, blah blah blah. Oh, thank you, George. Thank you.
Did you hear him say he got himself into it? I think that's great.
I saw that. Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Here you find. Thank you guys for that. Now we did just change speakers, so hopefully you can still hear us fine.
Unless we killed something.
I mean,
I know. I didn't even.
We're amazed, just amazed that you could hear us through all that. Anyway, I hope this doesn't make it worse.
I was just wondering, what if we jinxed ourselves?
Oh well.
Let us know if we fade on you. Okay.
Or if you hear too much other noise behind us.
There's activity behind us, but that's okay. It's all good.
It's all good, yeah. Everything's fine. Just saying. Okay, so Pew. Let's see. I'm blocked again by the person. Should keep hope or it go. Always let it go. Don't with that person. There's a person. Okay, you Hugh, are you here still? Did you come back? Because you haven't answered the fear and faith question. And the reason I'm asking is because we want to get a little understanding of your energy today about this and blocked again by the person. Should keep hope or let it go. To me, it's let it go. Don't even. Yeah, if you're being blocked by somebody,
move on.
Move on. It's not for you. That person's not for you. And the universe doesn't want you with this person. Otherwise, it would be open.
I always like that.
Thank you, Liz.
You know, you saying that makes me think, what's that saying? God takes people out of your lives.
Yes.
Because it's not beneficial to you.
Right.
But I heard there are many fish in the sea, so whatever the attachment is, there's 10 and there's 10 waiting, 10 behind.
Yeah. Is there a way you can plug in your phone? It's about to die. Just thought I'd ask. Okay. All right. We're not hearing from you, so we're going to move on. If you're not here. Actually, since Scott stepped away for a second, let's get into some commercials, and then Pew, if you're here when we come back, then great. If not, we'll move on. And happy birthday to everybody. Oh, today is Kelly's birthday. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Set this up.
We all did. We were speaking of tomorrow's Saturday mini psychic fair at Missy's Mysteries that you just saw the commercial for anyone who's in the Phoenix Scottsdale area. And love to see you between 11 and 5 at Missy's Mysteries. That's on 71st Street or Way. I'm not sure which one, but it's
Scottsdale and Shea.
it's Scottsdale and Shea, northwest corner. It's just
Northwest.
one little street inward, but we're right there. Can't miss us once you get around that area. There's some really nice places over there to go shopping. So there's a boutique. There's some Thai food, Mediterranean food, a lot of good places, and that's where I go to get my haircut. So, hello, George, if you're watching. All right, so go back, and nobody else has commented, so we're going on. We're moving on. And Liz, thank you for hanging around, and you are next.
Liz Blankenship.
Blankenship, yes.
She's into the faith.
Yes.
Keep the faith, baby. So our ongoing question is, do you live in fear or faith, or do you bounce back and forth? Or you just know it's all going to work out right? Like our desperate person. We should have told him. We didn't ask him. He was a lot of fear around that situation.
Oh, the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Liz
we did
Blankenship.
ask him, but he didn't answer.
Anything amazing spirit see for me, please. Go, be happy.
I'm getting a lot of like goosebumps on my back of my head, back of my arms. You're moving in the right direction. You're right on the right path. But when I tap into my hands, you are having problems receiving.
There's some trust issues in there somewhere.
Yeah, and giving. The giving is will, logic, and love. That's the moon. And also communications. On the receiving, I have communications and emotions that you're having a few blocks. So work on that side of it. Affirmations are always helpful. Strengthen yourself. But I've got the spirits are definitely with you. They are behind you. They are working with you to get you to move forward. Your intuition is not as strong as it should be. Believe in yourself. Love yourself.
That's what it is.
Belief. She doesn't have enough belief.
No, there's huge skepticism.
Oh, okay.
And I'm picking it up on, for some reason, on your right side. I don't know whether it's a person that you don't trust or whether it's self. It struck me when you said there's this huge I don't know whether somebody's feeding you a line or a philosophy, but you're sort of keeping them emotionally at bay.
Oh, that's a giving and the receiving. Yeah, I got that. Okay. If someone is telling you something that doesn't feel good to you, that
This does
doesn't
not feel
sound
good.
right, does not compute, that is their projecting their issues onto you. Okay. What I'm feeling, I have to say my saying again. Please do not look into a mirror when you're speaking to me. I know I'm not trying to be, I'm trying to be clear without being insulting. So that's why I use that. And basically, it's saying that anytime they're saying negative things to you or things that they think is advice for you, it's basically things that they have problems with themselves. And that's why they're looking in a mirror, but they're saying the words to you. And it has nothing to do with you. So let it go, give it back to them, say, hey, thank you, but I don't accept those words. That's something that is your issue, and you need to take care of that. But it is not my issue. So don't doubt yourself because of something somebody else is telling you. I mean, I heard something the other day, and I mentioned it to some other people that go on live chats too, and they go, that is just BS. That person, that has nothing to do with you. And that's that other person's problem. And I know that, but it still even hits me, even though I have these protections up and know that they're projecting. Um, Even little slips from somebody else, like, oh, I'll allow that. Didn't ask your permission. Don't need it. Thank you very much. You know, stuff like that. Just people say things and it has nothing to do with you. But their little jabs can take your power and your energy away from you. Just give them back their words and know it's not you. Okay? Hope that helps you.
Did we nail it?
I don't know. It all works out. There's faith and all works out.
Yeah,
That's
just
all.
that mistrust though.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
Trust you. Trust you, not them. I understand. Thank you both for your time.
we are welcome. You are welcome. We are
You-
welcome.
we
We
are-
are welcome too.
Thank you for being here. We do appreciate you. And we hope you help. If it doesn't resonate, please let us know.
Yeah, I'm still curious about what you're not trusting about.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah. And
definitely an issue there.
yeah. And you need to work on your solar plexus, your intuition, because it's there. It's just you're not utilizing it to its full extent. Okay. Any more? Okay. Next we have Anessa.
Did we? Who was Vincent?
We already read
Did
Vincent.
we do Vincent?
We did read you, Vincent, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Here you find Liz Georgette.
Yeah, we got it. I had Georgia. Okay, so this one is Anessa. Anessa, are you here? Because we will move on if you're not.
Oh, she was down the list there a ways.
Yeah, she was. She wasn't one of the first ones to come in. So we are getting down on the list. We are.
Vanessa, anything specific if you're there?
We have 3 more on the list besides Anessa. So Donna, JH, and Ishika, please let me know if you're still here.
If you're still here and waiting, say, I'm here.
Yeah, please acknowledge your here-ness. I'm sorry, I had to do that.
No, I like
I
that.
just had to do that.
That's right.
It
Well,
just
It's fun to
wanted to
make
blurt
new
that
words
out,
up
yeah.
here.
Hey, it's all about communication. If you understand what I'm saying, then good. If you don't,
Eartho-Anessa.
or Donna, JH, and Ishika. Ishikasawa. What is that girl? aka Snake Laura, thinking of me. Ooh. JH, I hope you're here right now, but let me know. We're not hearing. We're not seeing anybody
Wow.
popping up. Do you have?
I was looking to see
Who's
who's.
Seth? Who's Seth Wild?
A cohort from my networking group.
Oh, hi Seth. We can see you on his, but they're only watching, so we can't see that they're here. Well, no one's chatting us up. Come on, chat.
That means we've solved all the problems in the world. Nobody has any issues.
Well, and I guess that JH, Donna, and Ishika are here. And Donna wondering, will I have my gallbladder operation? In the morning, I have sinus today.
Who is it?
Donna Travers. She's also Ireland.
Donna. I remember we did not talk about gallbladder.
No, we hadn't gotten to that to hers yet.
Vanessa's not showing up, so
none of them are. I'm going to do one quick commercial again and see if anybody pops up. Please, anybody who's still here, even Liz, George, anybody, let me see that you can still hear us. I've got at least 6 people on. So those 6 people, please say hello or exclamation point or something. But here we're going to go back to my favorite things, the commercials.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Hello. We were enjoying the birthday.
Our own commercials.
Yeah. And well, that was made from Dawn. The happy birthday is Dawn's. And I do want to say happy birthday to Kelly, if Kelly's around, or we'll see this later. I'm not seeing anybody else.
Well, it's 11. I didn't realize it was that late.
We're hanging out. We started at half an hour later. But
so we're hanging on if you guys are interested.
I'm going to fall asleep here if that nobody even replied. And we have 4 people. We had 6 before.
We may have to read each other.
Okay. I have readings tomorrow.
Do you live by faith or fear?
Definitely faith. Definitely faith. And my faith has changed so much in the last year.
So is mine.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so much broader than it used to be.
Way more que sera than I used to be.
Yeah. But I believe in more than I ever did. I mean,
I would agree with that.
Happened. So many things have happened over the year that it just broadened my mind and perspective.
I can relate to that. Yeah, you don't see it coming then on a given day.
Yeah. And there was a reading each other cute. Well, thanks for coming in. At least acknowledging you're still here, George, because we're going, nobody's chatting. So all the people who wanted readings disappeared. We have 4 people left and none of them are coming in.
Somebody has a son out there. Who's got us? I'm getting somebody here has a son.
George has, she was talking about her son.
Do you have a son?
She has more than one.
I must have just picked up her again. I was picking up sons.
We are listening. Thank you, George. And Ishika's here. So we can read Ishika. 2 sons. She has 2 sons, or you have 2 sons, Tracy? I think George has 2 sons, right?
Just when George popped up, I thought we're getting sons, something to do with the sun.
Okay.
Tracy has 2 sons.
Okay. And Ishika would like a reading next. Oh, you have 3 sons. Just like me, I have 3 sons too.
Wasn't that a TV show? My 3 Sons.
Yes.
If you're, well, depending what vintage you are.
She's our vintage.
Oh, is she?
My
Okay.
vintage,
All right.
yes. We graduated high school together, so yeah.
My Fred McMurray.
Yep. My 3 sons. I have 3 sons and love that.
Did Ishka have a question?
Yeah, Ishika, do you have a question? A specific question? My 3 sons.
Too shy of a basketball team. Somebody was talking about having kids and they were trying for a girl, and after 5 boys, they gave up. So we're done.
Oh, what do you see happening? Hold on. I'm pulling it up. Ishika's got a what do you see happening in me and Ishan's connection going ahead?
I'm assuming Ishan is a significant other.
Guess so.
So we have Ishika and we have Ishan. What am I seeing? We've got Amaris. Did we read Amaris? Ishika, though.
Yes, we did. Well, thank you, Amaris. Ishika, I'm just getting a really heaviness in my third eye area, like sinuses and stuff. And I know Donna was talking about sinuses before, but this is for you. It's almost like your third eye is blocked. You're not seeing things the way that you need to see them.
I see a disconnect, not a strong union.
Okay.
It's not hostile, but I don't sense a lot of closeness. I don't know where she wants this to go. I guess that would be the pertinent question. I see where it is.
And with the blockage around my third eye, you're not seeing what's really happening.
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry. I cut
Go
you.
ahead.
When I get these bursts, I go.
Yes.
I'm assuming this is a he.
Ishan?
I'm going to approach it as a he because I don't know. He's depleted. The other person that we're involved with here is depleted and just shot emotionally. She doesn't understand this. She's not seeing it that way. She's seeing it like he's screwing up. He's not living up to his. But so now my sense is that you need to look at him. He needs some strong support. I don't know whether it's emotional, but there's something really chewing at him. And he feels lost because he doesn't have any support. Just that's ringing all my bells. He needs some adulation. He needs some encouragement. He needs some, you can do this. I'm by you. It's a guy thing.
But he needs support, like you said.
Yeah, and he needs positive words, not negative words.
Yeah, and I see that you're not seeing what truly is happening. That you're somehow being blocked for seeing what's truly happening.
Yeah, that's very strong. If there's criticism on one person's part constantly toward the other, that depletes the other one. There's got to be mutual respect and adoration or and encouragement.
And you need unconditional love for yourself, but he needs you to send him unconditional love as well. Yes, he's different from the usual guys I meet, but that's also because he has a very demanding career. Is the career zapping him?
Yeah.
The career is zapping him. That's what I felt too.
It's like, I thought I could do this. and he's given it everything he's got. But it's sort of like Jonah and the whale. That thing's bigger than I am.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, but I think he's very dutiful and he's very responsible. But I'm hearing the word overwhelm.
See what you can do to help.
He's
Make his life
overwhelming.
easier there.
Yeah, I mean this facetiously, but when he comes home, massages temples. But I literally just heard he's fighting for his life in one sense. It's not you, but you're misreading what's walking through the door at night. It's not that he doesn't care; he's just shot, and he's trying really, really hard. There's something else he's better suited for. He doesn't know it yet. It's always easy for me to say, but he's. I remember I chased a career for a number of years in my mid late 20s. Had to do with airplanes, and by the grace of the universe, they got me out of it. I was crushed at the time, but I'm really glad they did. Looking back at it, ask him. I don't know where your thinking is on this or his thinking, but ask him for just truly put out the intention. If I'm not supposed to be here, universe, tell me where I am and show me the way out.
Yeah.
Set things like that. Oh! Abraham Hicks is popping in my head again. If you don't know who Abraham Hicks is, look her up. She channels an energy called Abraham, and the reason I say this, her videos are about 15 minutes long. They're meditations. They're usually based on her seminars, and she's interviewing people with questions, and that Abraham energy is answering those questions. But you can put everything in there you want. Abraham Hicks career, Abraham Hicks relationships, Abraham Hicks I'm lost, Abraham Hicks healing, blah, blah, blah. You could use a dose of this for him, and you might be able to direct him the same direction. And it's free. It's 15 minutes on your telephone. Listen to YouTube. And that would be my suggestion.
Okay.
He's a good guy. I like his energy.
Okay. Just be patient with yourself as well. Okay, so all of a sudden we have people coming in. Mr. Firmino, you still haven't shown me how to pronounce your first name. I've seen him twice this week, and I still don't know how to pronounce your first name. So please spell it out phonetically so I can pronounce it properly. I don't want to butcher it anymore.
Who are we looking for?
This one. And we had passed up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people who were in the list but left, and only Pew's come back. But she's come back, and if we get to her, we get to her. If we don't,
We got this Joe Firmino.
Yeah, that's what I want. So I was trying to figure out how to say his name, but
We're going to call you JF.
I want to know if he's here still, because
Oh.
I've asked him 2 other days this week how to pronounce his name, and I don't know it still.
J-O.
Okay. I guess he doesn't want a reading either.
Abraham Hicks Ishgal.
Yeah, I just wonder if
Yeah.
she sees it. Because when we speak, it does go quickly across. It doesn't go there for us, but for everybody else, it does. I don't know. Hi, Susan. Susan's watching. She's on my Facebook.
Okay.
Well, I guess Mr. J has.
Moving on.
Yep,
or we have nowhere to move on to.
that's true. We don't. We're at 11:14.
Here we are reading each other again.
What we were talking about earlier, though, we were talking about fear and
Faith.
faith. There was something else. I remember I was telling a story, but I guess it's not needed at this moment, obviously.
I'm waiting for inspiration to hit. We were talking, I get in these conversations with Bev before we start, and they just download more than you can possibly begin to remember. I can go get my envelope. I made notes. Stuff she talks, such that but by the time she's done, she doesn't remember, and I'm trying to write stuff down fast enough.
What you need to do is record.
Well, they come at us when you're not prepared. So by the time you go get the recording, the message is gone. so you're scrambling and grabbing paper and pen and
What about your phone?
that too.
Okay.
I'm used to writing old school.
Oh, me too. Me
and
too.
I grab paper.
That's why I have this. This is about 3 months, I think.
Who's Eva and Cynthia?
Didn't see that.
Tracy Hoyle Erickson's back. Oh, she's laughing at us. Okay.
Wow. We went the wrong way.
Hello, Eva. So our question of the day, are you living in faith or fear? And how can we assist you with our ultimate wisdom?
We do have help. Just so you know.
That's a good way of putting it. Didn't mean for my ego to jump out there so blatantly.
Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. You have a question? His question was, do you live in faith or fear? Eva. Eva. I'm not sure if it's Eva or Eva, but. Faith. Ah, she lives in faith.
That's a good place to be.
Yes, definitely.
But she has a question. I can feel it. You're questioning some part of that faith, though. And I'm not being derogatory about it.
Facetious.
I think she has there's a wondering in your mind. There's a, what the heck thought.
We were talking about that a little bit earlier before you came in. Hello, Miss Good Vibes. Nice to see you in from the United Kingdom. We've got people from New Zealand, Ireland, and the United Kingdom. Australia moving to New Zealand. And from Missouri, all sorts of places. Anyway, we were talking about what we believe and that our faith has broadened so much more. Our belief has broadened so much more in the last year.
The two of us.
The two of us, yeah.
Just on a personal level.
There's so much more to believe in than anybody can fathom.
You know what? You aren't taught this as a kid.
No.
You have to live and have some inkling, and then when these weird things, you go, what the heck was that? And then get your eyes open and you start questioning it, or you start looking deeper, or you don't. But the older you get, the more you realize stuff's happening around you that you have no control over. Yeah. And when you see it, you go, oh my gosh, I wish I'd known this sooner.
Yes, yes.
You know? Well, Faith isn't popping in here. I'm sorry, Eva isn't popping in. How about Ms. Good Vibes?
Do you have a question, Ms. Good Vibes?
Eva, interesting. Inconscientia, not the brain. That sounds like, why do I get like South America?
See, I get metabonic.
Metabonic,
yeah. Metabonic.
Trying to put my... Of course you can. How are you?
Guidance. In which area would you like guidance? Whatever you pick up with me.
I'm seeing candy canes.
Do you like Christmas?
No,
that's
where I would go there too.
Are you worried about this Christmas? all of a sudden I get like a lead cap on my head.
She's indecisive. There's something that she's waffling on. What are you waffling on?
Whatever's on your shoulders, get rid of it. Okay. We'll get you in just a minute, Eva, because
Eva's back. Okay.
Amira, hold on. We're working on Miss Good Vibes currently. Oh my God, I love Christmas. Good. But are you having?
My sense is it's something with relatives. You got some tug of war going on between some people. I'm going to go relatives. Could be anybody. So what are you waffling about? You're very undecided about. This isn't a dramatic event, but you're being pulled one way or the other. You don't know which way to go. And what I'm getting is, it's not a life or death which one you pick. It's no big deal. Go with which one you think you have more fun with. That's my what I
Good
want.
vibes?
On the good vibes, yes.
Hmm.
I don't know that.
Oh, I just feel a lot of my friends are.
That would be
right
put you in the middle.
Yeah, I felt a lead cap on my head. So definitely, it's not yours. It's not your path. It's not your. I hear the word problem, but be true to yourself.
Yeah, I like that. There's a message here.
Yeah. Pay attention to what's going on. My mom always arguing with me.
Let me voice my opinion on that, because I lived that. My wife at the time and her mother would get in an argument every morning on the phone. It was absurd. I'd hear her and my wife in the kitchen. She was not her mother's favorite child. And she was constantly vying for attention from her mother because the older sister got it all. Anyway, one morning I'd had enough and I went and picked up the other end of the receiver. This is when there were phones and landlines. And I said, would you two knock it off? I got angry with them. The mother never called me back. Call us back in those morning sessions. It would ruin the day for both of them. I don't know why they played the game. So, there's the wisdom. Don't play the game.
Don't play the game, yeah. And it wouldn't just ruin their days; it would ruin yours.
Yeah.
Because
there were three of us in the mix every morning. And why do we have to start our day off like this?
Also, ask in the morning if you do morning prayers, affirmations, anything. Ask that everything comes to me and everyone involved for the greatest good of all.
Her mother is very controlling. Would you agree with that? Your mom wants you to think the way she wants you to think.
Yeah.
She's not giving you free reign.
But you got to be you.
Yeah. So you look at her and say, Mom, I love you, but I got to do this my way. What's that song? I got to be me.
Gotta be me.
The old Frank Sinatra thing dates us. Gotta be me. Gotta be me. I'm not doing it justice, but.
Not right tempo, but okay.
So anyway, just trust yourself. Trust this is not your mom's life. This is your life. Honor her and respect her with grace, And
be very appreciative and thankful for all the advice.
I was going to say, I appreciate your take on this.
Yeah, and I really appreciate who you are, what you've done for me, anything. Always show appreciation and gratitude, but I've got to do this for me. I've got to learn on my own.
I like that, the learn part. That's the key thing.
Yeah.
And so when you see her, hug her.
Yeah.
Your mother's not a hugger.
So hug her.
That's how you get even with her. You hug her. I'll show you.
Yeah. Be you. Be your authentic self around her, around everyone. I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Nutty. Okay, we've got other people in front of you.
We're sticking to that story. Hug your mom when you see her and get even with her.
In a positive way.
We mean it with it's one of those I love you anyway kind of things.
Yeah. Definitely.
You're going to stagger her. I see her, your mom's eyes just getting this big, like, what the heck? So throw a curve. It'd be good for her.
Exactly. All I want, this is Miss Good Vibes. All I want is to be around positivity, nothing else I could ask for. Lately, I've been very quiet and trying to ignore it, but it's so hard.
Well,
Understood.
you go where the fun is. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
If it's not fun, you don't go there.
And if you can't get away from it, get your headset out and listen to positivity. There's plenty of it on YouTube, and come listen to us.
Abraham Hicks.
Yes, and there's a lot of good music and meditations and other things.
Oh, hang drums. Have you ever listened to hang drums? I've discovered
drums, yes, but not.
There's
I've never heard of hang drums.
Hang drums for meditation and yoga. I put that up on YouTube. I love the frequencies in there. They're so settling. So anyway, a lot of music for hang drums.
Yeah.
And so we skipped over somebody.
Well, she came back.
She came back.
Well, she didn't come. She was here, but I think she couldn't get to the phone in time, and that was Eva. Yeah. Okay, she's got. Yes, we hope that helps you. Miss Good Vibes, and thank you so much for coming in. We do appreciate you.
Then walk up a side and sneak attack hug from the side.
Yeah.
That's.
I always like hugging from behind too.
Oh yeah, they can really sneak attack them that way.
Oh.
And you hug her and say, "Mom, I love you anyway."
I did something totally out of my old persona on Mother's Day. I called my daughter-in-law and wished her a happy Mother's Day. That really threw her for a loop. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Kill them with kindness.
Yes. Yes, yes. And somebody said, don't kill them with kindness because just don't waste your time with those people. It was like, oh,
you're wasting a bullet. Is that what it is?
Yeah. And to me, I'm all about unconditional love. So I've got all that to send out anytime anybody says anything. It's like unconditional love to you. Have a nice day. Bye. So, but yeah, so definitely sneak attacks work brilliantly and gets the point across that, yeah, you're in my life, whether I wanted you to be or not. I accept who you are as you are.
I'm getting adulator a lot. Just teaser.
Oh. Okay.
Have fun with that. Let us know how the hugs go.
Yeah, please. We'd love to hear. Okay. And Ava says, I feel like I lost touch with spiritual guide. I used to get messages, clear ones, and feel like I was protected, but now I feel like I'm on my own.
I've been there. How are we fixing this? I don't think they ever go away unless you push them away. And we've seen this happen in some classes we're in.
Yeah.
Specifically, one gal in particular, I remember, she asked a question on a given day, didn't like the answer she got, and so she got mad at him and said, she basically said, I'm never talking to you again. Well, guess what? Guess who has the last laugh? They say, okay. So if on a given day, first of all, invite them back.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I missed you guys. I may have screwed up if I said something to offend you or block you. And this is all lesson. They may have pulled away from you to get you to feel what it's like. Oh, I remember another gal specifically. She got so angry with her guides, she cut them off. Oh, she was in pain.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And she was was mad because they weren't fixing her pain. Well, they went away and the pain really came back. She didn't realize how much they had been helping her rather. Good lesson for her on that one. So here's what I would do. Say, hey, you guys, sorry, I need you. I really would like you back. What?
I love the clear messages I used to get, and I felt protected. I need you.
Yeah.
Let them know you need and call spirit.
Yeah, let them know that you want to learn whatever it is. Because I feel like you've blocked them. Something happened where you turned off the faucet. Not that they went away.
And maybe not that you knew. Oh, take your power back. Sorry. It just hit me. You need to take your power back. Too many people have been taking it away. So therefore you can't. Your vibration is too low right now. Okay, no, it's not under captions. Where is it? There it is. This is what I love to pull up. Hopefully it'll show. Yeah, hold on, I'll get rid of this.
Nice little affirmation here for you guys.
Yeah, I call back my power and energy from all corners, people, places, and situations that have been draining, siphoning, or stealing from me, consciously or subconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally, from all realms, worlds, and directions of time. I am safe, sovereign, and protected, so shall it be. Bring it back. And if you got to say that one every morning, do so. There's another one that you need to say every morning. Hold on a minute. Let me get rid of this one. And where are you?
Oh, you know what? The other thing you do? At the end of the day, when I go to bed, I just say, I don't know who's hearing me, but thank you for this day, because I know a lot of things went wonky and we got through it. And I knew it. It's funny because I'll lay in bed at night and I'll just hear them say, we're with you. We're here. So they haven't gone anywhere. So just ask them to let them know they're there. Ask for a sign.
Okay. All of a sudden, it won't let me shut that down. I've been having so much fun with this. I'm finally getting messages out, and they won't hide. I want to hide it.
You're welcome, Eva.
Oh, it's not on yours, but it's on mine. Wow, that's weird.
It did come up.
It did come up. Yeah, it did come up, but now
It's
it's
over
stuck
there.
on mine and not on yours. Okay, so let me pull the affirmations up. Hopefully it'll help. This is, whoops. Hold on a minute. There's one that a group of us say every day. And this is, I believe in infinite abundance. My wants and needs are always met. Say it when you believe it when you say it. It'll change your life. It really will. I know it's simple words, but if you're believing in this, it will work for you. It has worked for me. A lot of changes because I did this, and there's a group of us doing it, and we're spreading these words throughout. So more and more people are saying it every day. So the more of us are saying the same thing, we are changing the vibrations each time we say it, and collectively, all of us are changing the vibrations in the world because we say this, and we do mean it. It makes a huge difference. There's one person, I think she was on earlier today. Yes, she was. She could only focus on one thing, and that was moving. Anybody who knows that, who I'm talking about. Anyway, she started saying this, and she started doing other things for herself, believing in herself and all, and working to better her self-care. And what she wanted came to her. So believe it. Okay. It does work. Bring your power back and say this every morning. Both of those things will help. Trust me. You've got to believe it though. If you don't believe it, you're going to stay in the same rut you are. But
That's that faith thing, though.
Yeah, that's the faith thing. And if you've been living in faith, you've got to raise your vibrations back. That's the only way all of these guys are coming in. He was talking about you did something to block them. You lowered your vibration, you might think.
Something distracted her.
Yeah.
An activity or a person or something, and she forgot.
Yeah. So just raise your vibrations. Think. Oh, there's another affirmation I have. This is one I say. This is one I wrote somewhere in here, and it kind of adds to the other one. If I can find it. Infinite abundance flows to me. Love, joy, and happiness are the keys. If you get in a negative situation and you want to say angry words, just think of love. Just think that word, because no fear can penetrate that. When you're concentrating on love, all the rest goes away. Okay. I hope that helps you. Okay. We had a couple more people pop in after Miss Good Vibes uh, and Eva, and that was Natty. Natty, are you still here, or you just came in and left immediately? It does happen. I'm not.
You're welcome, Eva.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. We do appreciate you, and let us know how things go too. Please come back.
Hi, hello. Can I get a message of what I need to know right now? Go, be happy. You know, I had an interesting thing happen the other day in a networking business.
Mm-hmm.
There was a new person coming in to check out our group. And I don't know why, but he, on his way out, he asked me, "So what's the secret of life?" He didn't know me from Adam.
Okay.
And all of a sudden I kicked in and went to the God spot. And it was basically just enjoy the ride because you don't know where it's going to take you, and pretend you're at the gate of Disneyland and go see what's going on inside. It was interesting, and he was profoundly affected. I went, wow. It was weird the way the whole thing went.
Wow, that's great.
And he said, and he shook his finger at me in acknowledgement, and he had a serious look in his face. He said, "Thank you for that. Secret to life." So there you have it. Just pretend it's Disneyland.
Yeah.
Did we figure out what she's getting? Natty?
No, Natty decided not to stay around. Fatima's
Take us now or lose us forever?
Dionnal is popped in, but didn't say they wanted to.
This isn't one of those machines, is it, or is it?
I don't know. It's just a bunch of hearts, but this is Fatima's Dionnal.
Fatima?
Fatima's, yeah. So I don't know if you want anything, but we are a little over 2 hours. So are you ready for commercial and to call?
Oh, we could do a channeling.
Okay. Did you want to do that, or you want me to go to commercial first?
Let's go to commercial.
Okay. We're going to go to commercial.
In case somebody else pops in
and
here.
we're getting ready to leave. So.
Gabriel will give you their wisdom.
Yes. Okay. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Hi, as we come back from the commercials, what we try to do is end the show with some Gabriel wisdom. And I was just sort of playing with them before we got back, so let's see where they go with this.
Yes, Donna, you did.
We wish to address you all singularly and collectively in these moments of hesitation and frustration and decisions between faith and fear. It's important to understand that everything is faith. You can even have faith about being fearful, but we want you to negate that belief altogether. There is faith and there is fear. The more you can stay in the positive, faithful side, knowing that you are connected and that we are here and there is energy above you, always looking, watching out for you, you can derive comfort from that on a 24-hour basis as time exists in your realm. The importance for us to get through to you that you are safe at all times, whether you feel that way or not. You are safe whether you feel lonely or not. It's a matter of perspective and changing your thought and your understanding of the credibility of the universe and the energy that is around you at all times. We wish not to get too deep philosophically, other than just to ingrain in you this very basic existence of energy that you are and the energy you're going to be, whether you are in physical or not. It doesn't go anywhere. It just transforms. While you are here and unaware of that, start to believe it. Fake it till you make it is a human term that likes to get expressed. Pretend that nothing can happen to you, and more likely than not, that's exactly what will happen. We honor your interest in this process, and we bless you and wish to continue connecting with you on as many levels as possible. Blessing to you and yours on this glorious day the universe has provided you. Once again, take care and go be happy. Ta-da!
Wow, thank you. That was good.
Donna Travers, did she miss something?
Yeah, she missed it. She is supposed to have a
Who was having the
dentist or operation tomorrow, and she has sinus problems today.
Oh, we can still play with her.
Okay, so
No, I don't mind unless.
No, that's fine. We can end up with Donna.
Donna, you still here?
Yeah, she just came back. Say, I just wondering, will I still have my gallbladder operation in the morning? I have a sinus today. I'm not sure if you mean sinus infection today. I hope you let them know, definitely let them know that you have a problem, because they do need to know that.
Something doesn't feel connected on this.
Sinus infection, that's what I thought you had. Because I can feel it. I can help you remove it, but
It's hard to, unless because everything's done with IV, they aren't doing it with masks. I'm hearing it wouldn't be healthy.
yeah, that's what you have to tell them that you're having sinus infection today. Because I think they're gonna put it off. I think it's better for you that they do, but you have to put it into their hands. You have to let the people know.
You have a say in this if you want to.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel comfortable to you, don't force it.
Yeah, but they have to know. Yeah, I don't think you should take that risk, but let them know your concerns. I told them they will decide tomorrow. Okay.
I get the sense it's not going to happen, but it just doesn't seem like a lock.
Yeah.
So run with that.
Yeah, my sinuses really hurt for you right now.
Oh,
I
you
know the feeling.
feel it?
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah. When sinuses, I understand sinus infections and the pressure and everything else.
Now, Fatima, we didn't decide whether that was real.
They're going to check your vitals and see. Peppermint oil. I always recommend that for sinus infections. Only that's essential oils. Make sure it's topical. Make sure you can use it. Put it on somewhere that's not going to be seen or anything. If it itches right away, take it off with warm water immediately if it starts itching, or usually I'd say burning, but with peppermint oil, it's a icy burning sensation. That's normal. And it will help. It relieves the pressure. I put it across my forehead and down my nose on either side of my nostrils. But do not get it any closer to your eyes than that. And make sure it's high enough on your brow that if you start sweating or anything, it doesn't go down in your eyes. Okay, I do. I'm going to do it real quick. There are notches on your eyebrows, and what you do is you take fingers and you put them on those notches, and you circle towards your nose. I do it about 20 times. You don't want too much pressure, but you don't want to be light. So whatever you can handle, but don't push too hard. Okay? So just like this. And this is where you need to pay attention. You bring your fingers down alongside your nose, follow the jawline to where the jaws meet, rub there. You should start feeling a little bit of relief. Lightly do your temples, never heavy. Do not put the peppermint oil there. You might be tempted, but don't do it. It can cause extreme headaches. And then do this nice and gently. Down like this. You can go to the top of your head, that's fine. Just bring it down. Lace your fingers in the back of your neck and bring them forward. Okay, and then you tap. There's two little notches on your neck, and you tap on that. Oh gosh, sorry, my computer locked up.
We have another one here, Lena.
You tap it into it. Tap gently, because the first time I tapped in on my neck, I bruised it. So be very careful with that. It's just not used to being tapped. That's why. And that will help relieve your sinuses. Vitamin C is also very good, but if you've got if you got something tomorrow, you might not be able to take over the counter things tomorrow, such as vitamin C. I'll always do 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. No, I'm not a medical person, and you might be allergic to vitamin C, but if you can take it and it's good for you, use 4 of them at once. It gets it started, and then you can do 2 every 4 hours. That's what my grandfather, who was a osteopathic physician, he taught me, and it's worked for me ever since.
Hello, Lena, new subscriber.
Yes, and I've seen Lena 4 times this week.
Really?
She was on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning with Shauna, and now she's in here.
She's
so
enthusiastic.
Great to see you. We missed you out. I think you left before the readings on the other 2 days. But we're usually not here after 11 o'clock our time.
We're just hanging out today.
Is it raining somewhere that you're in? Because I see the cloud with the
green heart.
Rain and then the green heart. And I love the butterfly. Wow.
It's pretty.
Don't push too hard on your temples, Donna. Oh my goodness, that just hurt all of a sudden.
Oh, is she doing it? And you're picking it up?
The only thing I could think of is yes, she was, because it hurt all of a sudden. I mean, I got past that, and usually my temples don't hurt, but then, ooh, I hope that was for Donna and not for Lena. Okay. Well, thank you, Matt, Zahn. I think we've already heard from Gabe.
Heard from Gabe.
Yeah.
So if we want to keep doing this, or we can.
No, I think we need to
move on.
I need to. Yeah, I need to.
We have to get her sinuses clear.
I got to relieve my headache. It wasn't just her. Miss Good Vibes had the lead helmet on too from her mom, I think.
Thank you all for joining us today. It's been a blast. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this stuff. And as always, if you have questions, send them to our contacts here listed on the bottom. And signing off till next week. Same time, same station.
Thank you all for coming in. We appreciate you. And don't forget to come back. Okay. The next tarot readings will be done with A5 Says and Sherry. That is Sheri. Berry, Berry, on Sunday at 3 Mountain Time. We're in Arizona, so
Matt's looking for another.
So as far as anybody else,
he's looking for tarot readings. We don't do tarot readings.
We don't tarot readings here, but like I said, the next tarot readings will be on 3 p.m. on Sunday. And I'm going to type in real quick so you have the information. As far as anybody else, I don't know who does it this time of day.
When's Don's
Or-
next thing?
Don's next thing is on Wednesday evening. It says, unless you're in the Phoenix area, Matt, if you're in the Phoenix area, come to Missy's Mysteries at Scottsdale Road in Shea.
Tomorrow.
And yeah, tomorrow morning from 11 to 5. And we will be doing tarot readings there. But they will cost. A5 says, and Shiribiri. And the next one after that will be on Monday mornings around 10-ish Eastern time. So, and that would be Naturally Divine Goddess. Everything pop in. Okay. I'm making sure that it got there. I hope it got posted because it didn't show on here. Anyway, I'll post it later. So thank you guys for coming in. We do appreciate you, and sorry if we didn't get to you today. We do start at 9:00 normally.
In theory.
In theory. But today was an ish day, so we didn't make our 9:00. So thank you guys for coming in. We do very much appreciate you.
And hug everybody.
Yes.
Free hugs to everybody.